Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Like, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week third of the year 2024, 2025. Sorry. So this is a very important week. Why? Because we have Sankranti. I wish you all a very happy Makar Sankranti, Bihu, and Pongal and Lohri. All the best wishes to all of you, and have a great, great, great year ahead. Because Sun is going to be in the Uttarayan, and it's going to be a beautiful start of the year. Every time we have Sankranti and all the crop festivals, which shows that we have everything goes up. In life, even if it is a down period, you must not feel sad and give up. Every time we go through upheavals in life, we must also know that this time is a temporary time period, and we are definitely going to be coming out of it soon. It is going to end soon. And also, moon's ingress is very important when we talk about the weeklies. As you know, moon is going to be transiting through three zodiac signs of Gemini. Then it moves into Cancer, its own zone, then moves into Leo, and lastly into Virgo also for a day. So I'll be covering all the weeklies through the screen that I'll be sharing. And we do have Mars and Sun going to be at the same degrees also this week. So it's a very crucial and an important week. And if you want to start anything new, it's a very auspicious time also, because Makar Sankranti is a time period when, Sun, the soul Karaka, the Atma Karaka, gets the strength. In the Dakshinayan, it is said that, Sun doesn't get that kind of a strength. And when it is moving towards the Uttarayan, in the northern hemisphere, its journey starts. So it definitely is going to be giving all of us some positive results for sure. Have a great, great, great year ahead. Once again, Happy New Year and a happy Makar Sankranti. So let me start sharing the screen and show you when the transit positions are going to be and what kind of transit positions are going to be this week. So, yes. So, as I said, that this is about the Sun's ingress, and Sun is going to be moving into the sign of in the sign of Capricorn this week, and we do have Moon's ingress on the 13th in Gemini, and we do have Purnima this week also, and Purnima is in Punarvasu Nakshatra. So this is again a very crucial one, because it's a culmination time. Okay, and Moon is going to be transiting through Gemini on the 13th, and then moves into Cancer on the 14th and 15th, and Leo on the 16th afternoon, and then moves till the 18th of January in Leo, and transits through on the 19th in the Virgo sign. So when it is going to be in Gemini, it is going to be right opposite Sun and Mercury, and we have in Punarvasu Nakshatra the Purnima, that is the full moon, and then moves into Cancer. And in Cancer, it is going to be with Mars, and it is a Nicha Bhanga for Mars. Again, a very positive time for the ones who are feeling a little uneasy. Then Leo sign, it is going to be from 16th to the 18th of Jan. I hope I'm audible. First of all, please do let me know. And 14th January, we have Sun in Capricorn. Venus and Jupiter are going to be forming a 6-8 relationship. Um, uh, Sorry, it is going to be a 4-10 relationship, exact degrees on the 14th of Jan as well. They are going to be at 17 degrees 53 minutes. And then Sun and Mars are going to be at 180 degrees on the 3 degrees. So it is just after, say, 6:15, 16th, it is going to be at the exact degrees as well. And Mercury and Jupiter are also going to be forming a 6-8 relationship at the exact degrees, because Mercury is going to be also at 17 degrees this week. Venus and Saturn will be conjunct at the exact degrees on the 19th of January. So this is also a very important transit. So I cover all the, every transit, as you know, to make you all understand what exactly is happening. So let's start with the weeklies, with sharing with you about the 12 sign as prediction. So 12 sign ascendants, moon. Okay, thank you so much, Steffi SM, for telling me, because I am traveling, as you all know, the backgrounds keep changing, and where I am right now, it was a little difficult for me to pull up the background. So here we go. I'll be sharing my insights as per the ascendant. One sec, for live sessions. So it's the predictions are going to be as per ascendant, moon, and as you know, I use the dasha sign also. So that's something which I have made a small short video on the same. Please do refer to that, where I've explained how to look at the transits, which is very important to check from dasha sign also. So we start with the Aries readings first. So for Aries natives, this week moon is going to be transiting through your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth houses. So to start with, you might just have some short journeys on cards. You might just meet somebody for some paperwork, some PR, visa, some presentation is on cards. Also, quite likely that you're going to be starting some new business. Also, purchase of properties, selling of properties, also quite likely. You might come across some people who are going to be giving you some support also. Maybe at the workplace, you will find somebody new who's coming into your life, who's going to be helping you. And this is going to be a very positive time period to start something related to your relationship also. Maybe you're going to be communicative, you're going to be very vocal about your feelings also. This is a good time period if you want to go ahead and connect with your peers, your siblings, your neighbors, your friends. You can connect with them as well. This is a very positive time for especially on the 13th. You can maybe be having some meetings lined up. You can have some presentation or something where you will be connecting with people also. And quite likely that you are going to be purchasing some vehicle this day, or you're going to be taking your car to the garage, doing some things like that. And also there is a likelihood that, because it's the lord of the fourth, so take care of your mother's health as well. This might just bring about some upheavals to your mom's health, so take care. Then we move on to moon's ingress in the Cancer sign. So 14th and 15th would be the time period when you can have, you've traveled, you're tired, you want to be at home, you want to spend some time with your family, with your brother, with your sister. You want to maybe, start some new projects. So you're thinking about it. So you're at home, you're homey. Maybe there is some work, some breakage at home. So you're going to be working on that. Renovating your place. And also Mars is there, so it is a good time period if you want to purchase some property or something. If you have to sign some documents, you can do that as well. And this is a very good time period for connecting with your siblings, your friends, your peers, your people in and around you. And also you can be very emotional also. Because the fourth house transit is generally not considered to be that great for connecting with your with the people. You can be very emotional about your own family, can be possessive also. So just to tone down those energies, and also take care of your mother's health, because from the fourth house, Saturn and Venus are in the eighth house. So this is something that you have to be taking care of. We have a Purnima also, and that's when you will feel little you will be thinking about some new projects coming in also. And Purnima, that is full moon, is going to be in the sign of Gemini at 29 degrees 53 minutes in Purarvasu Nakshatra, and that's happening on the 13th. Okay, full moon is on the 13th, and then on the very next day we have Sun ingress in the Capricorn sign. So it's at the verge of changing signs when we have the Purnima. Now, also, whenever there is Purnima in your 3-9 axis, so this is the time when you will be thinking of travels, you're thinking about growth. Some new perspective is coming into your life. You're going to be looking at things in a very different perspective also. Plan your journeys well. Don't be too emotional about small things. You're going to be dwelling on the negatives also on this day, so be careful about that. Overall, it is a good transit for starting anything new, any new business, etc. 16th to the 18th, moon is going to be in your fifth house, and fifth house energy is definitely very positive for starting any new business or any new venture, new relationship. Do not get carried away and spoil your mood by having any kind of argument with your own partner. There can be some issues that you have to deal with in your relationship. You have to take care of your children's health, maybe, it's a good time period for the competition examination if you're taking any, and also being very creative. This is also the time when you can go for some investments. This is the day when you can think of investing something in the stocks, shares, etc. So 16th to the 18th, very positive, and then 19th, you have to take care of your health. This might just be that you eat something outside or outside food and then you fall sick. That's something you have to be worried about. So just take care. I'm sure you'll sail through this also. And Sun is going to be Digbali and is going to be in your 10th house. And especially whenever Sun is in your 10th house, because this part of the year is a very positive time period if you want to plan your strategy well, if you want to go ahead with any new project, any new job, promotion, if you want to go in for, any kind of growth. So this is the time, government related job, government related examination, if you want to sit for, if you are having or dealing with any kind of health issues, because it is going to be trying to Jupiter. So definitely very positive for you to get out of the health issues also that you're dealing with. So overall, it is a very positive time period for you, I would say, and this is going to be bringing about some change also. This part of the month, of the year, like this month, which is from the 14th till the next 12th. So this is when we know that Sun is the strong planet, fifth house lord in the, so Kendra and triangle connection is going to be taking place. So it's very positive for progeny, for new projects to culminate. Uh, in in case you want to connect with your bosses and seniors and convey your mindset, your ideas, go ahead. This is a very good time period for doing so. So enjoy. And Saturn and Venus are at close degrees this week. So 19th, they are going to be exactly conjunct. So just be careful in relationship, I would say. Okay? And financially, we're going to be growing because Saturn and Venus are together. So it's a Dhana Yoga which is forming in your 11th house. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your second, third, fourth, and fifth houses lastly. So second house transit, when Moon is going to be on the 13th, it's going to be in your second house. So to start with, the week starts from Monday in a way that, you're thinking about your finances. Maybe there are some expenditures which is bothering you. So you're going to be thinking or discussing those kinds of projects or something where you can grow or expand. You can just be discussing some new avenues, new opportunities for growth and for financial success also. So you're going to be putting a lot of effort here as well. Mercury is going to be there looking at this zone. So Mercury, Moon opposite each other will be giving you some good ideas, but don't get carried away in emotions. Take the help of the experts before jumping into any kind of heavy investments or anything to do with some new projects also. If you want to go ahead with it, and new relationship. Children also, might be thinking of going to overseas places. So you're going to be planning everything right now. So that way it is a good time period. And also there is a possibility of, maybe your problems with the siblings, if you are having those kinds of energies. So it might just give you some issues there, but it's good for the ones who are living overseas, your siblings, your friends, who are living overseas somewhere abroad. So it's a good day for them. Then Moon moves into your Cancer sign, and that's happening on the 14th and the 15th. So this is the time period when you will be having some kind of travels, short journeys. Mars is there, so you're going to be very communicative also. Maybe some project is there, you're going to be discussing some project closure is there, and then you start with some new projects. Travels might be very fruitful, or you're going to be very productive this day. You're going to be very intellectually inclined. You will meet intellectual people also to discuss some ideas that you're going through or in your mind. So maybe you're going to be putting forward all the ideas, and some kind of meetings you're lined up with, and you'll be really doing well on this day. um, Maybe you're into some project related to guiding others. You're a mentor, so you're going to be guiding someone. And Mars is also there, so there's a niche bhanga, so traveling overseas is also quite likely. In case you have to plan, you can plan that as well. And on the 14th, 15th, okay, and then come 16th to the 18th. Moon is going to be in your fourth house. You're going to be quite homey, and you're thinking about growth, finances. Maybe you will get some avenues opening. You're going to be thinking about some new projects. Your mood is little, you're pretty moody, I would say. Mood swings are going to be happening also on the 14th and the 16th and 16th, 17th, and 18th. You're going to be having these kinds of energies playing out for 2.5 days. So it's better that you just keep your emotions very carefully on the leash, because then you will have some issues to deal with as well. Uh, in your family, in family matters, sometimes people become very um, obsessed or too possessive about the family members, or maybe with your mother you're connecting and you're taking her blessings and guidance. If you have been away from her, you're meeting her, so that kind of an energy is also very positive. But take care of your emotions, I would say. Don't be too authoritative. Don't dominate others, and do not think that everybody should be doing what you like doing. So that kind of an energy you have to work on, because Moon exalts in your first house, as you know, and Jupiter is there already. So there is a lot of egoistical matter that you're dealing with right now, with Venus also looking at the fourth house. So with the female counterparts in the family, you have to be really careful, about your emotions, about your dealing with them, your conversation with them. You have to draw a line. You must know. Yeah, there is some background now noise, because I'm somewhere else, so there is some background noise also. Now it will be over, I think. So I hope you can clearly hear me. Please let me know. These are all live sessions. And then there is a possibility of you people having, lastly, on the 19th, you can have some issues to deal with, in your relationship. In case you are having some problems related to your children, or children are going away from you to some boarding hostel, etc. So this is the time when you will experience that kind of emotional energy even more. But it's very positive for the students, or the students new job. If you're taking up a new assignment, so it's a good time period. Do not pick up any kind of argument with your friends, with your family on the last day of the week. So maybe you lose your cool. So, and take care of your health also. Abdominal region, eat right. Digestive issues can happen. Also, we have Sankranti, Makar Sankranti, that is in your ninth house. So, eighth house, moon is, sun was the whole month in the eighth house. So, you were feeling low on energy. You were feeling that, you're not able to make right kind of decisions. People are not giving you that kind of respect that you deserve. So, you do feel that, there is a possibility of, issues to deal with till now. But after the 14th, things are going to get better for you. They're going to be improving, and you're going to be thinking of growth. Maybe you will get those accolades and that kind of recognition at the workplace also, because sun is going to be in your ninth house. So your connection with the people in and around you is going to improve also. Traveling is favorable. You might just be purchasing some property during this time, if you are thinking of, because sun is going to be for a month in this, and this is an Uttarayan sun, northern hemisphere. The sun is going to be ingressing. Actually, you people go through a lot when sun is in the Sagittarius sign. A, because it's in the eighth house. B, it is in the Dakshinayan, that is the southern hemisphere. Now it is going to be moving towards the forward journey. So definitely for Taurus natives, it's a very good time period. If you have to make any important decisions regards to your education, regards to your, conversation with people, and getting those kinds of maybe prizes, rewards, if you're waiting for, so, and promotion, of course. So it's a good time period for you. Okay. And any which ways, your ruler of your lagna lord is in the Kendra, and Saturn, your yoga karagraha, is also in the Kendra. So till the 28th of this month, January, definitely dhan bhavas are getting active, dhana yogas are forming in the sky. So read the results of these. Very positive for you. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, moon is going to be in your first, second, third, and fourth. Lastly, the fifth house. So when moon is in your first house, so this is like a cycle is going to be starting now again. The End of the cycle is when moon is in the 12th house. So the last week you were homey, you were quite to yourself, you were feeling quite uneasy also. Now things are going to get better from the 13th onwards. You're going to be starting something new, you're going to be starting afresh. There can be that you're expecting a lot from your partner or the people in and around you, because moon in the first house is like you're nurturing kinds, you're caring kinds, you're doing for others, but you're not, and you're expecting also from others. So that is something that might just give you some distress, because you're not getting what you actually want or you desire and expect from others. That is something you have to be careful about. You will be very talkative, vocal about your emotions. Maybe you're going to be thinking about things that you like doing. So maybe you're going to be taking a haircut, a hairdo, or going in for some retreat or something. You want to just relax also, when moon is the nurturing kind in the first house. And it is a good time period to propose the person that you're dating also. Quite likely that you'll be meeting a potential partner. Maybe you're going to be talking to someone during this time. Also, uh, uh, from the 14th to the 15th, moon is going to be in your second house. Excuse me. And there is a niche bhanga which is forming in the second house of yours. So this is also a very good time period, because Mars is your Dhana Bhava ruler, 11th house ruler. So this is definitely very positive for the Gemini natives, especially these 2 days. Make the best use of. Maybe you will get a lot of money, or you're thinking about growth, you're thinking about money, money matters, or you'll be connecting with those kinds of people who are going to be guiding you through. Now you will get those avenues opening for you. So make the best use of these 2 quarter days, especially on the 14th and the 15th, when you are Mars is the ruler of your 11th house, connecting with the second house lord. So this is a temporary dhana yoga which is forming. So make the best use of it. And a niche bhanga also. So you must use the potential that you have. Maybe your family will support you. Maybe they will give you some ideas how you can grow, how you can make money. And if at all you have been having some kind of issues to deal with in the family affairs, expenditures are increasing. There is lots to discuss, lots to do. So this will help you complete or close, or there's a closure on these areas. So maybe you will be able to get those ideas going now, which were just in your mind till now. Now you're going to be productively doing it on ground. Okay. So also, then moon moves into your Leo sign from the 16th morning till the 18th. So this is the time period when you might just be having some short journeys planned. You're going to be writing something. Maybe you're journaling, you're writing something new, writing a book, or publishing your book, communication with your neighbors, friends, siblings. Maybe you're working through your finances again with the help of your siblings. You're going to be discussing some new projects, but be careful, you can lose your temper also during this time. You can be very verbal, you can be vocal or argumentative. So be careful about all those energies as well. When we have uh, moon transiting through these areas, we have to be cautious, because Leo sign is hemmed between Mars and Ketu. So this is going to be a blocked kind of an energy. Maybe, with your siblings, you're dependent on them too much, or they're leaving you and going overseas. You expected something but did not happen. So that is something you have to be careful about also. And then lastly, moon is going to be on the 19th in your fourth house, and Ketu energy is there. So you have to be cautious about your um, relationship with your mother, maybe mother's health, or you're going to be visiting a religious place. You're going to be very emotional about your family affairs, your home. You're missing your home, your home environment. Maybe you're away from your people, so you're thinking about those. Also, it's a good time period if you want to start any academic education. You want to go overseas, work on your subjects, or work on your skills. So this will lead to that also, and it's a very positive time for growth and financial success also. Maybe at the workplace, you're going to be spending a lot of time at the workplace rather than spending time at home. So this is giving you a little bit of uneasiness. Now there is just one thing which is you have to be careful about this part of the year, when sun goes into your 8th house for a month. So this is from the 14th of January till the 12th of February, when sun is going to be in your 8th house. So you have to be very cautious about your dealings with the people in and around you, authorities, government officials, or maybe, you can have some lack of concentration. So you need to work on yourself during this time. It's a very good time period to self-introspect, because sun is going to the 8th house. There will be a lot of churning which is going to happen, transformational churning which is going to take place. You're going to be learning a lot about yourself during this part of the year, especially. Oh, I have this potential also. Why not use this? So those kinds of energies play out when Sun is in the eighth house. So it's not all negative, 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 but yeah, it is going to be giving you some positives also. You're going to be learning about the people you're dealing with. You will come to know about certain secrets, or maybe you will get to know about your own potential. So in self-introspective you. So that is going to be very highly active. And lastly, Venus and Saturn are going to be conjunct at the same time on the 19th at the same degrees. So this is the time when, you will be working on your finances with your kids. You're going to be connecting with them. Your children are going to grow because it's a um, fifth lord and the ninth lord connection. So procreation, maybe you are going to be conceiving during this time, and your children are going to be supportive of you also. Okay, so this is something which is this is a good time period for you. Use this also. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Cancer. So in case you're having any plans this week to travel or something, Cancer people, so you can do that as well. And expenditures are going to rise. So take care of your, you just take care of your mental setup also on the 13th, especially. You have to be cautious about what you're thinking, what you're eating, what you're untimely meals you're getting, cold meals you're eating. So you need to take care of your health also during this time. Just don't say anything to someone who, it can be hurtful. So just take good care of your speech, your verbal communication with people. You might just be traveling overseas for some productivity, but you don't get that. Some productive results, they don't come in, so you feel little distress also. It can be that somebody's in the hospital you're visiting. That can happen, might happen, because then the language barrier happens when people just start commenting that why I'm specifically saying that this is going to happen. I'm not making any prophecies here. I'm just doing the predictions as positions in the sky. For each and every one, it is going to be giving different results. Or okay, sorry. So I'm continuing with this. Actually, the call got disconnected. I hope I'm back. So for Cancer native, especially, this is the time period. One second, let me write it over here that this is about Cancer. So for Cancer, okay, this is as per ascendant, moon, and Dasha sign. Okay. So we are doing the Cancer reading here. Sorry about this disconnect. It's a signal issue here because I'm in the outskirts of a place. For Vastu, I'm here, so that is why. Okay. So we are on the dates 14th and the 15th when the new cycle begins. For Cancer natives, moon is going to be in your first house on this day. So this is the time when you can, think of bigger picture. You can think of growth. You might just be connecting with those kinds of people at the place of work who are going to be helping you out, or maybe you're going to be starting something new projects. Some new business proposals are also coming your way. This is also a good time period, if at all you have any issues to resolve with your bosses and seniors also. Workload is increasing, too much workload. Saturn, whenever looks at your 10th house, the workload definitely is lots. You're doing and doing and doing, but not getting those kinds of returns. Undoubtedly, the rewards, the accolades, or, just the promotion that you're waiting for is getting indefinitely delayed as if. So you need to figure that out, that you're right now is not that favorable time period. So you need to know it. You need to accept it and then just keep doing, and you will get the reward. Definitely, it's going to pay off once Saturn leaves the zone in the 8th house it is, and leaves the zone, goes to your ninth. Definitely things are going to get better, no? They're going to fall in place. Mars is also looking at your 8th house. So pains, body pains have increased suddenly, bones, issues, in the digestion, also acidity, etc. happens a lot when Mars and Saturn are forming a connection. Mars over the first house in retrogression going towards the year 12. So you need to take care of your health any which ways, during this time period. And then take care of your mood swings also. There can be a lot of mood swings on the 14th and the 15th, and then 16th to the 18th moon is going to be in your second house. So this is a good time period to get connected with your family. Maybe you're going to be going out for dinner or taking them out, but you have to take care of your digestion also. Then dental issues can happen, eyesight related problems, you have to take care of. Maybe it happens, maybe I'm saying all the time maybe, may not be, because these are all general predictions. Then there can be that you're going to be dealing with some people who are going to be discussing some new projects or some productivity about your work, some new job proposals coming in. So be prepared for that also. There is a full moon also happening in your 6 and 12 axis. So take care of your health and finish off the projects that you're dealing with. There is some closure that you can have also during this time about the previous projects. Then lastly, moon is going to be in your third house. Ketu is there, and this can bring about some issues while traveling, short journeys, and this can bring about some relationship also, issues with your siblings or your mother also. There can be some kind of issues that you have to deal with. So this is what is going to be when moon is lastly going to be entering the Virgo sign. Also take care of your health. Maybe your connectivity might not be that great with your siblings. Maybe you can have some issues to deal with. Also, there is a possibility of making some bold decisions. You think that they are correct, but they can backfire. So that is something you have to be careful about as well. Okay. And of course, take good care of your ears, your shoulder blades. You can have pains there also. So just be cautious about these energies. You're good to go. Sankranti is happening in your from the 6th in your 7th house. That is Makar Sankranti. That is Sun entering the Capricorn sign. Now, in Capricorn sign, when Sun enters, it's the 7th house. Your bosses, your seniors, your partner, your business partner, they can become very authoritative, but you will be making some wise decisions, some major decisions also. Some breakthroughs you will be getting now, because with Sun entering the 7th house, it will give you some clarity, because Sun in the descendant sign, it doesn't descendant as in like this is the west energy, when Sun is in the sign of Libra, as if we say, this is the place in the natural zodiac of Libra. So Libra is west, and this is the south sign. So in the southwest direction, light a diya, light a lamp every evening for at least 1 month. So you will get that energy also going. So enjoy. I think this is a good time period as compared to what you have been going through earlier. The past month. Now things are getting better, because now Sun is moving into the northern hemisphere. So good for you guys. Saturn and Venus are going to be conjunct exactly at the same degrees this week. That is on the 19th. So this is a good time period if you want to purchase any property, you want to make any decisions regards to your finances and investments. So do it after the 19th. Things are going to be falling in place and towards better. So the decision making is going to be much, much better. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 11th, 12th, 11th, 12th, 1st, and the second houses. On the 13th, moon is going to be in your 11th house. Very good time period for making any kind of major decisions. You're looking at a bigger picture. You're connecting with your friends. You're going to be connecting with your siblings. Maybe you're going to be making some major decisions. Communication is definitely going to be working your way. There is a possibility that you will be making some kinds of decisions regards to your finances and your investments also. There is a possibility of connecting with your authorities, influential people. Maybe you will be making some decisions. You're selling off your property in the overseas lands and you're coming back to your base. Travels are going to be very fruitful. Moon is going to be forming a niche bhanga in your 12th house. So health is going to improve. Your connectivity with your siblings is going to improve. Siblings are going overseas. Also, there is a possibility of your relationship with your mentor, your father, your people around you is also going to be on the improving side. So make decisions very carefully and judiciously about your expenditures. Maybe there is some buddy in the hospital that you have to look after, maybe, this week. So take good care of your relationship with them as well. Maybe, you want to uh, just reconcile with someone during this week. So this is a good time period. Then Moon moves into on the 16th to the 18th in your first house. So this is a very good time period. The new cycle begins. Now you will know how to save money, how to start new ventures. How, you are looking at a bigger picture now. Whenever the next 27 cycle begins, it's like a new beginning time. So you're going to be looking at the picture in a different way. You're looking at different avenues opening for you. You're meeting people. You're going to be connecting with people. So this is a good time period to uh, start about, new, uh, maybe, you're going to be getting into some business venture. So a new job, overseas assignments coming in, investors, if you're looking for some investments. So this is the time which will definitely be triggering all of that. Then lastly, on the 19th, Moon is going to be in your second house. Expenditures can increase. As it is, Ketu has given you a lot of outflow of money. You have been very creative. You have been very productive, but at the same time, you're not getting in return what you have been investing in. Your time, your energy is going, but Rahu is in the 8th house. So what happens, you especially, when you are into research or occult sciences, etc., you do get carried away and make wrong decisions also, and maybe don't cheat others. Be follow the right path, because when you're befooling others, it is definitely not going to help you. I'm not saying that you yourself, only all the Leos are going to be doing that, but in the 8th house when Rahu is there, it's always oblivion. You cannot make out. Maybe you yourself are not able to. You need some money desperately, and you can take any route. You can take any path. So Rahu does that. It deviates you from the righteousness and the right path. So Rahu is working everywhere. Rahu works for everyone. So when Rahu is there, just keep a constant check on your consciousness, whether I'm doing the right thing. So think about it, and then you're good to go. Because of this Rahu energy, Ketu is you're earning, you're spending, you're earning, you're spending. It's not a saving time. But when they come to your 1-7 axis, you will definitely be better off. You will be thinking of good things. At least you are going to be more spiritually inclined with Ketu over your first house, so you will learn more the dharma path. So just start doing it from now itself, because um, it is the foundation period. So the kind of foundation you will lay now, that'll give you good fruition, good results only when Ketu is over your lagna. So follow the right path, follow your conscious. Okay, do not befool others. That's what I can say. Also, it's a very positive time period for the ones who have any sorts of investments going good. You're solo, so you might just come across someone, that potential partner, or maybe a business partner if you're looking for. You will get that, because Saturn is in its own zone, forming a Sasya Yoga. Venus is the 10th lord. So it's a very good time period to connect with your bosses, seniors, maybe discuss new projects with the business tycoons. If you want to go ahead with any kind of politics, or any kind of you want to get the job done from the government officials. Very positive time. You have a Makar Sankranti happening in your 6th house, again very positive time period for health, for fitness, for growth, for recuperating from the health issues that you have been dealing with. So overall, it's a good time period if you want to pay off your loans, etc. Litigation, if you're entrapped in, so you will get that decision. Mars is looking, so be careful, do not get involved in any kind of litigation right now. So that will help you. Okay. So that you do not, get it prolonged, and then there is a problem later. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, 12th, and first houses. So Moon, when is in the 10th house, this is the time when you can get very emotional about your work. You maybe are getting delayed in the closures. You're doing things, but you're not getting the result. So when these kinds of energies play out, you do feel very uncomfortable. oh, I am doing so much, I'm giving so much, I'm investing so much of time and energy, but why things are not moving? That kind of energy plays out. You become very emotional about yourself, about it, or maybe you're self-pitying yourself. So that kind of energy is something you can deal with very easily. Do not get carried away. Whenever these kinds of energies play out, one must be very, very careful. I'm sorry about the sound, the background sound, because I'm somewhere the outskirts. It's a forest actually, if you ask me, and there is a beautiful. It's a forest, and they're making some house here. It's a farmhouse, so that is where I am. So it's under construction. So I'm just not in that. The background is also like that, and there's a sound that they're just making the place. It's renovation, or I would say construction going on. That is why they're cutting something. Anyhow, I hope you can hear me. I'm very, very close to the mic now. So now what happens, when moon in the 10th house on the 13th, you will feel very emotional, as I said. So this might just give you some issues to deal with at the workplace also. So do not get carried away. Do not expect too much from the people in and around you, because you're not going to get what you're expecting that day. So you might feel a little uneasy or emotional about it. And there's a Purnima also. There's a full moon which is happening in your 10th house as well. So it will give you some new openings also. If one door shuts, it's like the other opens. So that kind of an energy is also going to play out. Sorry about the background noise. So because it's a ritual, I cannot miss out. So I knew that there will be a sound, but I needed to do this video. Now, Moon is going to be inching towards the 11th house, and that happens on the 14th and the 15th. Now, this is a niche bhanga forming in your 11th house. Very good time period for making money out of money. Good for investments. You might just go in for some expertise, Okay, maybe your friends, your community you move around in, they might just come to your rescue. They might help you. Please do let me know if you're getting distracted, like because of the sound. If you can't hear me, please do let me know. But this definitely is a very positive, these 2 days are very positive, 14th and 15th. You make decisions regards to your investments, finance, maybe, your health also. If you are dealing with some health, good for shares in crypto, if you want to invest, this is a very positive time period to make money out of money, as I said. Suddenly you will gain something. And uh, just that health also, you will feel a little uncomfortable because Saturn is, being in the 6th house as well, not to forget that. Moon is going to be second lastly, sorry. Moon is going to be in your 12th house on the 16th to the 18th. The 12th house is the end of the cycle, as you all know, because, it is like bringing about some closure. Maybe, you're going to be traveling overseas, you're going to be meeting the delegates. There is a possibility of, new proposals coming in from the overseas places. Traveling overseas is quite likely. Selling of the property overseas, maybe, if you have any property overseas, you might just be selling that off also. And you'll make good profits also. And yeah, I know, but I can't help it. It might be an echo from the mic. Yeah, sorry about that. It will be like this, off and on. But I'm sure it will get subdued in between. 1 second. I hope the mic is okay. Mic. Okay, okay. The mic was not working fine. Okay, now is it okay? I hope so. So what happens actually, there is a possibility of growth overseas when moon is in your 12th house. There is a possibility that you're going to be moving towards the overseas place on the, especially, 16 to the 18th, getting overseas investors, connecting with the overseas people, or maybe, you're going to be taking good care of your health. Maybe your health requires attention. Somebody is not well. Maybe you are going to be looking after that person. So quite likely that you're going to be having those kinds of connectivity this week. And people might just be giving you some some hopes and wrong ideas, and you're going to be just losing out on your money. So don't get carried away and invest somewhere where you're not sure of. So this is something you have to be dealing with this week. Lastly, moon is going to be over your first house, and it is going to be on the 19th. It's going to be in your first house, and Ketu is there. So you actually feel very spiritual.
you want to visit a religious place, you want to connect with people who are monks or priests, or someone who is into the those kinds of realms where you are more into the religion, spirituality. Maybe you're going to be traveling to religious place also, quite likely. And there is a possibility of you getting detached from your partner. You don't want that relationship now. You want to be just in that isolation, going solo. And then there is a Rahu energy in your seventh house also. So the partner becomes very, very aggressive. Partner becomes very demanding. A lot of expectations, actually, if you ask me, happens when Rahu is in your seventh house. So you need to take good care of your relationship. If you really can't take it, so it might be the time when you can separate from your partner also, quite likely. And Venus and Saturn are in your sixth house, being the ruler of your ninth and the sixth. So this might just be a good time period to connect with your father. It's a good time period for growth for your bosses might change. It is quite likely that they might just shift out, or they are transferred, or maybe your somebody at the workplace who's very close to you might just be getting away from you. But this week you need to take care of your mental setup, because moon, when is in the 10th house, it's a Purnima time. It's a full moon time also. So you need to be very careful about the options that you're getting. You have to make right kind of decisions. So you might just get a little aggressive with your friends. You might just fight with them, or maybe there's a get together and you're not given that kind of attention, you're ignored, so you feel a little uncomfortable because of that as well. So do take care of your mental setup. I'm sure you're good to go. Okay. And then Sun moves into your fifth house. Sun's transit in the fifth house is considered to be good for the ideas that are entertainment, and you're going to be unwinding. This is the month when you're going to be really chilling out. So just enjoy this time. And then Ketu is also in trine. Not to forget that this is the energy where you feel very spiritually, highly spiritual. So it's a good time period when you can use your ideas and creativity in that manner that it can be helpful to others also. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, this week, moon is going to be to start with in your ninth house, then goes to 10th, and then the 11th. Lastly, the 12th. So when moon was in your eighth house last week, so you were feeling very uncomfortable. Maybe you were expecting some news, you did not get that. Now you're going to be getting that. Maybe, your connection with your bosses and seniors, your chemistry and bonding with them, you could not gel well with them. You were looking for a meeting, an emergency meeting, but it could not take place. So you're feeling very uncomfortable since the last week, but now things are going to get better. And things are moving in the direction you wish to. Maybe your bosses and seniors will recognize you. They will, give you those kinds of accolades and awards and rewards that you're waiting for. And maybe a promotion is also on cards. So this is the week when you should be utilizing those things. Also, moon is going to be in your ninth house and in your 10th house on the 14th, 15th. That's the time period, when you 14th, 15th are good days for you, in fact, because your seventh lord is conjunct the 10th lord. So maybe because of your partner in your relationship, you will get the promotion. Maybe you're going to be your business relationship is going to get better. You're going to be meeting those kinds of people who are going to be giving you that upliftment at the workplace, co-workers, that strength that is required. Some meetings are there, some back-to-back meetings come up and you're very busy, the schedule is very tight, especially on the 14th and the 15th. So make the best use of it. You can be very emotional about your work. You might just learn something new also about yourself, some upskilling yourself. Maybe you're going to be going to a religious place, a dharmic place, you're very, sometimes what happens, we feel that, we need that support. We need to look at, we have to, to find that solace, you need to look for that kind of religious, divine grace. So you can be visiting that kind of place where, you can connect with the divine and, you want to go for some retreat or, just rejuvenating yourself. Sometimes we all need that. So the place where I am, like this sound just is during this time period. And in the evening, we have a meditation program here. So we actually, that is why I thought that I have to do this video in the morning because, during this time, so that, I can in the evening I'm free, to myself. And then, that is something which really is required with so many horoscopes. When we see people coming and crying and sob, and they're just coming up with their problems. So it's required that we cleanse ourselves also as astrologers. It's really required. So this is the place where I really enjoy in the evening. From past 2-3 days I'm here, so it's a very good. It has given me a lot of peace. So that kind of an energy can play out, so for you guys also. So use this time period. Then 16th, 17th, 18th moon is going to be in your um, 11th house. Again, very good transit. So back to back, this week is going to be giving you very good results. You might just be doing things which give you that kind of solace. You're going to be meeting your friends, maybe connecting with people who are going to be uplifting your mood. You're going to be very creative also. You're going to be investing also. You will be investing at the right place. What happens, you do invest, but you do not make money. At times you lose that money in the long term. So that kind of investment, that day that you have to do is this day. So 16th, 17th, 18th, if you want to go for any investment, you can do it on this day. This is a favorable time period because Saturn and Venus are also looking here. Not to forget, your Lagnish is looking here. So you'll make profits, no? And Sun is also going to be in the Kendra in your fourth house. Again, very positive for you guys. Your Sankranti is going to be in your fourth house from the Makar Sankranti. So Sun is going to be moving towards the onward journey now, towards the northern hemisphere. So very positive for the ones who are looking for a job, looking for a property. And then there is a full moon also happening in your 3-9 axis. So very good time period to connect with your father, writing a book, publishing something, upskilling yourself, knowing yourself better. So all these are good transits for you guys. It's just that when Rahu is there in the 6th house, you need to take care of your health. Jupiter is also retrograde though. But once Jupiter turns direct, you have to take good care of your lower abdominal region and the liver and the gallbladder issues if you are dealing with. Okay. So overall, a good week for you. Lastly, moon will be in your 12th house zone. And that's the time period when, you can have some expenditures or maybe some health issues that you have to deal with. So on the 19th, just take care of your health. Okay, that's what I can say. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. My dear Scorpios also, my dear Libras, and then my dear Scorpios. Now, for Scorpio natives, moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. 8th house, you have been experiencing some highs and lows from past 2 days, any which ways when the week starts. So lastly, on the 13th, moon is going to be in your 8th house. So this is the time you need to take care of your mood. Don't make any hasty decision. This can lead to some complications in relationship also, as it is the Lord of the 9th is going to be transiting your the 8th house. So for research is good, but somebody is unwell and you have to look after them. So that can happen during this time also. So you need to work on, your research oriented mindset. Maybe you can start a project which requires that kind of attention and that kind of too much of involvement on the research mindset basis. So this is a good time period for the ones who are occultists, who are scientists. So all that is definitely very positive. But at the same time, this is not the time period when you have to take any hasty decision. This can lead to some kind of complication regards to your decision making. It can backfire. You might again, otherwise people will say that she's just making prophecies here. So you might just go through that kind of time period also on the during a day. There are certain different those time periods when you are in impulse, make wrong decisions, and then you feel bad. Oh, why did I take this decision in impulse? I should have waited. So that kind of a feeling can come up again on the 13th. So do not get carried away and make wrong choices and decisions. That's what I can forewarn you. Then moon moves into your 9th house, and the 9th house, and also when moon is in the 8th house, moon exalts in your 7th. So when moon moves into your 8th house, It can bring in complications within your relationship with your partner, relationship with your in-laws also, if you're married, or spousal relationship, you can have some issues. Then moon moves into your ninth house on the 15th, on the 14th till the 15th. 14th, 15th, moon is going to be in your ninth. So this is a good time period to connect with your father or father-like figures, mentors, gurus, or you yourself will be your guru. You will understand from whatever you've gone through, you will understand now. So what happens, at times we are our own teachers. So your mistakes, what you did, in the past week, now you're going to undo them. Oh, I don't want this. Because moon is with Mars. So any kind of relationship issues with your partner, with your father-like figures, gurus, mentors, etc. Now you're going to deal with it. Now you're going to find the solution for that. Now you're feeling a little better. You're gaining that strength. You might just visit a religious place to get that solace, that peace. Times we really need that. We need to connect with those kinds of people, and those monks or priests or gurus, or some dharmatma purush, who is into healing and all. So you might just meet those kinds of people now, or anybody, you can meet and discuss that you're going through all this, or maybe you're taking a consultation from an astrologer. Then moon moves into your 10th house, and that's happening on the 16th, 17th, 18th. It's going to be like 2 quarter days, of course. So 16th, 17th, 18th, moon is going to be in your 10th house. Again, this is very positive for growth, connecting with your authorities, connecting with your seniors, bosses, visiting a religious place, getting those kinds of projects going. Now you're going to be starting something new. See, Saturn and Venus are also in the Kendra, not to forget that. So it's very positive for the ones who are looking for any kind of energy shifts at the workplace. You're going to be thinking of growth. You're thinking about your future planning also. There is a possibility of connecting with your bosses and seniors and asking for a promotion. I really deserve it. That kind of energy is going to play out. And Saturn is forming a Sasya Yoga for you also. And Jupiter is also in the 7th house. So you are going to be starting some new ventures during this week, and you're going to be also laying out a foundation to, or maybe planning out your projects, etc. So this is a very positive, conducive time period, but do not get too emotionally carried away, and the emotional outburst can happen at the workplace also with your seniors and co-workers. That can also happen. Sometimes what happens, we're discussing, and then the bosses are not responding well, or they are not accepting certain things, so you feel very uneasy because of that. But though the outburst of emotions is going to be taking too long for Scorpio natives, they have a lot of patience. They take time, they can just push things, and then when things are not moving in the direction, then there is an outburst of emotion that happens. But for you, when moon is in the 10th house, you need to really work on your karma. You really need to work on your path, what you want. So this is the time you will be deciding on new things, new projects. Then moon moves into your 11th house lastly, and that's where the Ketu energy is playing out. Ketu depletes your finances, I would say, or maybe it takes you to the nitty-gritties of everything, details of everything, with Virgo sign also playing out here. So you are working on how like minutely you can get into your investments also, and you have to go in for that. You're not just going it outrightly. No, I have to understand the whole situation well. What exactly is it going to be giving me? So you're just thinking of your even if you have to start a new venture, you're not just doing it superficially, you're just gaining all the information. So maybe your friends are letting you help you, or you yourself are working on the details of everything, and then you want to start something new. So it could be anything, can be your new project, can be your existing project, but you're getting too much into detail of everything, and you can be very anxious during this time. Maybe on the 19th especially, sun is going to be transiting your 3rd house. Very good time period. You'll be making some important decisions, bold decisions. For Scorpio natives, sun's transit is a very crucial one and a very important one any which ways, because sun is your 10th lord also. So you will be asking for the promotion, and you will get it. You're asking for some kind of authority, you will get it. Strategy planning, you're going to be very communicative with your siblings, neighbors. You're going to be like vocal. No, don't do this, don't do that. Your authority, with authority, and people will listen to you. that kind of an energy is going to play out. So very positive time period, and this is going to be a very good week for you after the 13th especially. Okay, very positive time. Enjoy. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. Okay, for Sagittarius natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. And lastly, the 10th house, of course, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Yeah. So in the 7th house, when moon is, you wear new clothes, you want to move around with your friends, maybe connect with your partner, take your partner, you're very emotional about your partner, your people around you, you're going to be taking them out, the partner is emotional, or maybe you're going to be meeting those kinds of people who are going to be discussing something very important, new projects or something related to your um, laying the foundation to the new things. That is why I said new clothes. People wear new clothes when moon is in the 7th house. You're going to be very communicative. You're going to be vocal about your projects. You're going to be vocal about your relationship. If you're not doing well in the relationship, you might just part ways. Mars is already there in your 8th house. It might just bring about some issues in the relationship any which way. So you have to be cautious about this. Just a forewarning. Precautionary measures everybody should take. You should not just get carried away and file a divorce, suppose. This is not the time. Mars is retrograde. You need to be cautious about these things. Mars, as it is a Mangalya, is a Mangal Sthana. So you need to be careful about your relationships. And if you are thinking of new projects, starting a new business, starting a new relationship, all that can trigger on the 13th. Then 14th, 15th moon is going to be in your 8th house. There's a niche Panga in the 8th house. So health-wise, it is good. You'll feel better because moon is the lord of the 8th also. It can give you a lot of emotions. Chandrashtama, as it is not considered to be that good. For Sagittarius natives, whenever moon is in the 8th house, do write in the comment section. If at all you feel a little uneasy, you make wrong decisions. But it's very good for physical relationship, getting emotionally attached to a person physically and emotionally. Also to know about what's going on in the current relationship. You get to know the secrets come out, as if it's coming out in the limelight. You get to know revelations as if, so if there is a relationship which is on the side, some people have a relationship, extramarital relationship. So you have to be cautious during this time. Maybe it comes out in the limelight. Okay, take care. And then, of course, moon and Mars are together. So this might just give you some a connection with your siblings, your neighbors, or your spouse, maybe with your children. You're going to be connecting with them. They're going to be going overseas maybe. And this is also a good time period to take care of your health, come out of your health issues, maybe paying off your loans, etc. You can do that as well. Moon in the 9th house. Now, after the 8th moon moves into, after learning so much from your mistakes, from the situation, you're feeling very uncomfortable for 2 days, and then you come out of it and you start looking at the picture in a very different perspective from 16th, 17th, 18th. These 3 days, now you're going to be changing your perspective. You're going to be learning more. You're going to be looking at the picture in a broader light. So you will meet those kinds of people who are going to be like mentors, guru-like people. You're going to be maybe connecting with your father-like figures. So this is a very positive time when you learn your lessons, isn't it? You learn your lessons after your mistakes, because it was the 8th house energy which was playing out till now. And now moon is in the 9th house. That is why, you become very religious after going through all the pains and miseries and obstacles and hurdles and delays and frustrations which happen in the 8th house. Now you're going to be feeling better. So this week becomes it starts getting better. At the workplace also, you have been feeling little highs and lows. You have been experiencing with Ketu energy playing out. You are not liking that kind of, job that you're doing. So now gradually things are going to be shifting and moving towards positive. During the end of the week, you will feel that, yeah, I need to do this. I really need to do this. So when those kinds of feelings come in, you're focused, isn't it? That attention that is required. Now you're going to be focused on that, and you're going to be realizing the realization of your goals and whatever, your targets are. You'll be able to meet those targets. Your relationship with your bosses and seniors might just start improving now from this week onwards. Sun, as it is going to be in the trine to Ketu in your 2nd house. You're thinking about growth. You're thinking about finances. You're connecting with your people. authorities, and expenditures might increase also with sun in the second house. It depletes, all the grahas or the malefics, they actually, bring about some depletion of finances. So you need to take care of your savings even more. Do not buy anything that you really don't require. If you can postpone, and if you can do without it, all the more better. Somebody needs a luxurious car. Those kinds of people also come for readings, that I have a car, but I'm not too happy with it, I want to change it. So if it is really not that essential right now, you have a car, it's a good car. Now I want a luxurious car, I can afford it, but do you think this is the time? No, this is not the time. So if the time is good, only then go for these kinds of changes also. It's definitely dependent on your pocket. What do you want to change? What do you want to spend? What do you want to shell out money on? So if you want to, it's not the time. If you want to purchase property, not the right time period. If you want to sell the property, yes, you can. Okay. So there's a difference. So that is something which is a personalized reading, that helps. Okay. So Venus and Saturn are also well positioned here. So very good time period for making money out of money also, with a very different perspective. You have to think out of the box now, how you can improve your finances. Make the best use of the Saturn and Venus conjunction, make the right kind of decisions. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. Okay. So for Capricorn natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. See, 6th house transit is something where, you are focused more on your health, on the details. You can be self-critical also. On the 13th itself, you might just feel little uneasy because, why did I do that? Why didn't I do that? All those regrets and remorse and those guilt feeling also comes in. Do not make any decision on this day regards to your, filing of legal battle, court case, or maybe, loan. As a matter of fact, you can file some documents that are required, but you should not be making any major decisions on this day regards to your investments, I would say, because then this will be a little a wrong day, I would say, to choose. Yes, when Moon is in your Kendra, in its own zone, then you can make a decision regards to your finances on the 14th and the 15th, the favorable time period. Mars is also there. Mars exalts in the first house, as you know. Somebody has asked, please make a video on Capricorn moon signs post Sarisati, how things change. Yeah. See, Mars exalts in your first house and is retrograde, and Moon is also going to be conjunct. So 4th Lord and 7th Lord are going to be conjunct together. So good to take the blessings of your mother and grandmother. And also this is a good time period for travels. If you want to wear new clothes, if you want to buy property, this is a very positive time, especially on the 13th, 14th and the 15th. Very positive time period. If you have to make any decisions regards to your current relationship, whether you want to be in this relationship or not, you will get clarity. But do not be in haste, because Moon is going to be in your 8th house after this. So 16th, 17th, 18th, Moon is going to be in your 8th, and then will be conjunct Ketu post that. So these 4-5 days, you have to be lying low. I would not suggest to make any major decisions. There can be some complications in regards to your investments also, handling other people's accounts and money. You can lose money also. There are some delays and frustrations that you can go through this week regards to your finances, and also it can give you some stomach related issues, maybe digestive issues also you can have. So take good care of yourself. But yeah, it is definitely the time, because Saturn is going to be coming out of your 2nd house and is going to be in your 3rd. So this definitely is a very positive time that you're heading to. Maybe you have to make some positive changes in your life. 3rd house is the house of courage, boldness, decision making, mental abilities. You might just learn more now. You actually learn after Saturn Sarisati gets over. So just a brief idea about it. So you learn a lot when it's Sarisati. So when Sarisati gets over, you are a very different person altogether. After going through all those turmoil and everything, now is the time you will gain that kind of courage, and people will be with you. The people who left you will come back to you now. Okay, so that kind of energy is also going to play out. But when Moon is in the 8th house, you need to be cautious. That is why the day-to-day readings are very essential if you have to make any decision regards to your day-to-day life. Suppose you have to wear clothes, you have to go out for dinner, avoid. If you have to maybe, join a new business, do not do it when moon is in the 8th house. If you have to go for any kind of investments, sudden gains and sudden losses. And Chandra Ashtama especially gives you, it manifests wrong things. So maybe, it's good for you understanding yourself, self-introspection. This is good. Like some changes definitely are going to take place. So, in you. But when, how? Because you go through some incidences in your life, you learn from them, isn't it? Some mistakes you make, only then you learn from them, isn't it? So that's the day, 16th, 17th, 18th, and of course 19th also, I would say, that you are learning now. You're learning and rising, you're learning, and something comes into limelight, something which was revealed to you, as if when I'll tell you my experience. I'm just digressing here, but whenever my moon is in the 8th house, I somehow make wonderful predictions. That's what I have seen. But it is not that I'm doing it. The moment I say that I did it, no, then it's gone. So what happens, suddenly, something gets into me, and I don't know. It's like, there are layers and layers inside me, which, all the information is stored. Those layers just open up. Suddenly, those rules that I have read long, long, long time back, they come out. And, oh, this yoga happened, this is there. All those things will definitely be revealed to me also when it's Chandrashtama for me. And it is the Leo sign for you. That means there is something which is going to actually light up that area when moon is in the 8th house. So something which is going to give you that transformative change, that change will definitely bring about the real you into perspective. So enjoy this Chandrashtama for you. It is definitely going to give you some breakthroughs, but it is not advisable to handle some money matters during this time. It's going to give you some complications or losses. So otherwise, Chandrashtama is definitely very positive for one and all, for understanding your own self. You learn from your mistakes, basically. Okay. And it's a very good time period if you're into research, you're a scientist. Okay. If you ask Albert, if he was alive, we would have asked him, when moon is in the 8th house, maybe he actually came to know about the theory, only when he was having the moon in the Ashtama. Can happen. I will not be surprised. Okay. Sun is going to be transiting out of your 12th house. Sankranti is in your 1st house. Definitely very positive for the ones who are waiting for some growth. This is the time when you will be starting some new projects. You're going to be connecting with the bosses and seniors. You're going to be working on your own self also. You are going to be gaining those accolades and awards and rewards. So definitely very positive time. Just keep your ego under check. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius native, this week moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th houses. 5th house transit of moon is considered to be a little uneasy because it's a zone where sun sits, and it is also Mercury being the karaka of this place. So, and Lord also is Mercury. On the 13th, you have to be cautious about making decisions in your romance and your ideas that you have. Maybe, it might just backfire. You might just make some wrong choices and decisions, but it is definitely very positive if you are unwinding. This is a good time period for hobby pursuing. Just take into account your mental setup. You need a break, that kind of a thing. It might just be that, your health perspective wise, it is giving you a very good break, and you're taking a relaxation time out for yourself, going in for those hobbies. Maybe I love to play squash, so maybe you can just go and play that game that you have not picked up from a long time. And this is also a good time period for your mental setup. You might just be making some decisions regards to your maybe following that fitness regime. You're heading to that. You're going to be looking after your health, and this is going to be a very positive time period for that. So use this time for making yourself a better person, mentally as well as physically. You'll be thinking about your fitness also. So if you want to start a fitness regime, start it on the 15th, 14th, and the 15th. Very positive time period for that. Also, this is a good time period for making decisions regards to your maybe paying off your loans. If you have been entrapped in any kind of litigation, you'll be able to come out of that litigation. So this is definitely a very positive time for reconciling with your partner. If you have any relationship issues, you can do that as well. And also a good time period for forming a connection or being productive with your co-workers. You're going to be resolving those kinds of issues at the workplace also. Then moon moves into your seventh house, and that's happening on the 16th, 17th, 18th. 16th, 17th, 18th would be a very good time period if you want to initiate a business, if you want to initiate a relationship, if you want to strike a balance as regards to your finances, how you can handle with them. Investments definitely are going to be giving you good results. They're going to be in your favor for long term if you're thinking of. If you have any kind of travel plans, you're thinking of traveling, so you can do that on the 16th, 17th, 18th. Also, it will make you connect with those people who are actually at the authority. Maybe you'll wear some new clothes. You're going to be throwing a party with your friends and all. You're going to be getting together. And this is also a good time period to find a new partner, a new relationship. You're going to be strengthening your current relationship also. That way, a very positive time. Then moon moves into your eighth house. Eighth house energy is definitely Ketu is already there, and you can be self-critical. You can be very much against yourself. Why did I do that? All those repentance, guilt, etc. That comes up. But it gives you a new perspective towards life. Whenever moon is in the eighth house, you can be anxious. There can be some fear factor which can be involved. You can be involved in some kind of insecurities, or you are thinking about only negatives. You're dwelling on the negatives, and it's definitely going to expand that way exponentially. So it's you who has to work on that. Don't get into the nitty-gritties or self-critical just look at a bigger picture, transform yourself. That's something which is going to give you that kind of growth also ultimately. Once you get to know where you are lacking, what areas you can work on, so you will become a better human being also, better you also. So that way. And sun is going to be coming out of your 11th house and is going to be transiting your 12th. So good for overseas places. If you want to find a partner overseas, find delegates, find investors overseas, this is a good time period. Expenditures will be on rise because you're traveling overseas. Maybe your siblings, your neighbors, or your children, they are going to be going overseas for work. It's a good time period to connect with the government officials, government examination, if you want to sit for an exam. So this might just be a good time period for that also. Overall, if you look at the bigger picture, it is definitely going to be giving you very positive results. Just take care of your health. If somebody or maybe your father-like figures, if you are having issues with them or they're having health issues, so this might just aggravate that also. Expenditures, you have to keep a constant check on. Saturn and Venus are going to be conjunct at the same degrees in the first house. So this is definitely very positive for your luck enhancement. Money will come through. Okay. So make the best use of this conjunction. Also on the 19th, they're going to be conjunct at the same degrees. Coming to the next one, that is the last one, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th houses. 4th house is like a homey moon, he wants to be at home. He wants to be very much involved in the home affairs. Maybe there's something to be fixed or some renovation is to be taking place. So that is something which you will be doing during the 13th, or maybe, before that also there is some work that you're doing and then it gets prolonged and you have to do it. So that kind of that kind of a mood will be there, or there are some mood swings, or you're working on your relationships, you're working with your with your family members, you're going to be talking and discussing some new plans and budget, etc. Also, you're discussing, okay, that the discussions are on. You're being very communicative with your mom. Maybe you're overseas and you've come to visit your mother, quite likely spending time with her. And Mercury is also right opposite this moon, so you can be very logical. At the same time, you can become very emotional about your home environment. You might just be thinking about purchasing of property, selling of property, buying a vehicle, overseas places. Maybe you will buy property overseas also. But this is also a very positive time period to connect with your bosses and seniors and discuss about your growth, how you can just plan your future, how you have to what is the the job that you're supposed to do, what kind of job should be assigned to you, those kinds of energies. Then moon and Mars are together in your 5th house on the 14th, 15th. They're going to be together, and this is also forming a Neech Bhanga in your 5th house. Very good time period for the student natives, for the children. Maybe, children, if they were lagging somewhere, so they are going to be working together. They're going to be working towards that. You're going to be helping them. Also good for, purchasing of property, making money out of that particular zone. Also, there can be some issues that you have to deal with in your relationship with your partner. You can be, with your romantic partner, I would say. If you want to start a new relationship, of course, you can do that. But, it is not good for the current relationship. You can just pick up an argument and then you have to reconcile. It takes time. At the same time, this is the time period when you can have some issues to deal with your maybe, sometimes there is a tug of war which is going on with your friends, with your partner. Maybe, you're not able to balance with your family and your partner. You're not able to balance things out. So this might just lead some kind of complication there. So you need to be a little extra cautious about your relationship with how you can strike a balance with your family and friends, or your partner or your family. You have to be in sync with each and everything. You try at least. I know it is very difficult, because when you're working on, on something, you're working on a particular relationship, the other relationship definitely, suffers, or you cannot balance both. But right now, this might just bring about some issues. It might just aggravate. Good time period to unwind this week is that when you will be focused on your health, on your fitness, on your regime. Maybe you're buying new clothes, taking your family out for dinner. That kind of a situation is there, but you are your partner is becoming very detached, isolated. You're expecting a lot from your relationship. So that also you have to be careful about. This relationship might just break. Ketu is, as it is, going to be transiting your 6th house. So you need to take care of your relationship with your partner. Okay. Any kind of litigation, loans, do not get involved into heavy things, during this time. It is going to be a little difficult for you. Okay. So you need to strike a balance there as well. And do not get carried away in too much of entertainment, and too much into, unwinding. Okay. So strike a balance. Don't get carried away. I need to go and party with my friends, etc. So that is also, that has to have some limit. Okay. And then Sun is going to be transiting your 11th house, which is again very positive for the government officials, for the authorities. If you have to make any decisions in regards to your work, this is the time. If you want to connect with your seniors and bosses and ask for promotion, if you have any government related job or paperwork which is pending, this is the time you will get the breakthroughs. If you're suffering health wise also, this will give you that recuperating time. You're going to be recovering, you're going to be feeling better, and this is going to be the time when you will be recovering from the health issues that you have been dealing with from a long time. Okay. So this is what is the prediction for the Pisces. And also, Saturn and Venus are going to be at the same degrees. So just make sure that you're not going overboard or spending on the women counterparts. All right. So this is what, and just take care, and please, apologies for the sound that was there. It's over now. So I hope you all have a great week, and happy Makar Sankranti to one and all. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.